Hi everyone and welcome to a monthly book haul. First of all, I just want to address the lighting. I'm really sorry. I live in England. It rains a lot. Today is a very rainy day, so lighting is not my friend, I'm afraid. Secondly, I want to address the fact that I just said the words monthly book haul. I have got 10 books to show you today that I picked up in May. That is it. Which is why I've been able to stop doing weekly hauls and move back onto monthly ones, because 10 books in a month I am totally fine with. I honestly don't know how I've come to this sudden wonderfulness of only 10, and all I can say is I really hope that now I've swapped back to monthly that I actually don't start getting ridiculous amounts again. But I'm really pleased that I've actually had a sensible month for once in my life. There are 2 physical books in this haul, so I'll get to those first because they are both ones that you should know about if you've watched my June TBR. So the first book is a very, very anticipated book for me. This is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the same author that wrote The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is one of my favourite books of all time, my favourite book of last year. I've already started reading. I actually picked this up around the beginning of May, and I'm really sad that it's taken till now to get to it, and I'm expecting to fly through this. If you've somehow been living under a rock and don't know what this is about, this book follows a fictional group called The Six and Daisy Jones, who also joins them, and their separation and their climb to fame, and it's all told through interview style. So I'm gonna love this. I just know I'm gonna love it. How many pages am I in? I'm 43 pages in, and I can just tell right now that I'm gonna love this. Taylor Jenkins Reid is fast becoming one of my favourite authors of all time. The other physical book that I picked up in May, surprisingly, is another hardback. So I've got 2 hardbacks in May. Rare, I know, but they both came out recently, so they're both really anticipated books, so I treated myself to the hardbacks. So this is The Red Scrolls of Magic, which is the first book in the Eldest Curses trilogy by Cassandra Clare, part of the Shadowhunter Chronicles. I've actually already read this, and I've got a review up that I put up the other day, a book exploration. So if you want to know more about this book, follow that link and watch my video. It is spoiler free, except if you haven't read the first few books in the Mortal Instruments, then we're in iffy territory. But even then, it's a very, very mild spoiler that, again, most people would kind of know about the characters in this book, because that's all I'm really spoiling. I bought 1 Kindle book in the month of May. I'm 98% sure that I picked this up as a free book in the Kindle Firsts programme. I should probably have checked beforehand, but yeah. This is Thin Air, which is the first book in the Jessica Shaw series by Lisa Gray. So this is a thriller that follows a woman named Jessica, who is a private investigator. And she sees a photo of a girl that was kidnapped from LA, and then she realises that it was her as a 3-year-old. That's all I really know. That's all I want to know. I don't want to dig further into it than that. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I didn't pay anything for it, so I won't be losing anything if it turns out to be terrible. I picked up a bunch of audiobooks last month. So the first one is Finale, which is the final book in the Caraval trilogy by Stephanie Garber. This is a YA fantasy series that I have been absolutely loving. I've already read this book too. I feel so reformed. My haul is actually half read. Well, no, not half, but let's face it, I'm doing well. So if you want to know more about this book, I will link the review to this as well, also in the cards somewhere, so you can check that out too. But I absolutely adore this series and I highly recommend it. If that's all you need to know going into this, pick it up. I loved it. It's magical. Next, I picked up Circe by Madeline Miller. This is a book that I've seen so many people talk about since it came out, and I just wanted to jump on the bandwagon because it was in a deal section on Audible. This next audiobook is my current audiobook, so again, I'm making good progress. I'm trying to sort of keep on top of my books. And this is I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. And oh my god, I finally got her name right. If you've seen some of my other videos where I've been mentioning this book, I've really struggled to get her name out correctly, and I've just succeeded. This is a true crime novel, and despite the fact that I've started this, I don't know an awful lot about it. I know that it follows Michelle and her obsession to try and unearth the Golden State Killer. Sadly, she passed away before this book could be completed, so it has been completed by a few other authors, and I've heard mixed things. I'm enjoying it so far, if enjoying is the right word, but I'm just in some ways quite disturbed because it's understanding why she has this obsession for serial killers, yet I can't justify mine. The next audiobook I grabbed was The Animals of Farthing Wood by Colin, Dann. I used to obsess over this TV show, I used to obsess over the books, so when I saw this on Audible in the sale part again along with some of these other books I've picked up, I was like, I'm going to grab this and have a really cute and fluffy reread. Finally, I have a few NetGalley books. The first one is The Last Widow by Karin Slaughter. Karin Slaughter is a very well-known thriller author. I've actually not read any of her books. I've got a few now though, so hopefully I will get to this one in a timely manner, as this one comes out on the 13th of June. I don't really know what this book's about in any way, shape or form. It looks like a potential abduction, not of a child, but of the actual mum. I don't know. Not a clue. The blurb tells me very little. Next we have The Girl Who Came Out of the Woods by Emily Barr. Emily Barr wrote The One Memory of Flora Banks, which I do own but haven't yet read. All the same, I wanted to pick up this next book by her, as this is a YA thriller, and I want to read as many YA thrillers as I can so I can kind of get an idea of what I can recommend people and what I can't, because I love thrillers. I love YA. YA thrillers are very hit and miss. That said, I don't really have much of a clue what it's about, and I don't want to know either in case it's a bit spoilery in the synopsis, so be clueless with me. This comes out, oh no, this one's already out. Well done me, this one came out on the 2nd of May. And the final book in this haul is my final NetGalley one of the month, and this is The First Breath by Olivia Gordon. This comes out on the 13th of June. Following pregnancy, a baby's life, advances in modern medicine, genetics, and how technology can kind of help save premature babies today and all that sort of thing. I'm hoping it's not too dense or too medical side of it, if you get what I mean. I'm hoping to get more of a personal side of it, because that will be heartbreaking and roller coaster are us, but at least I'll be able to follow it, enjoy it, if that's the right word, and understand it. If it goes a bit too medical, it'll put me off a bit, so I'll be interested to see how I end up getting on with this one. And that is everything. What a miracle. You've seen it here first, me doing a reasonable sized monthly book haul. I am in shock. If you've read any of these books and you want to kind of get me to boost them up my TBR a bit, if they're ones that I've not already read, then please drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you've picked up recently, whether you've picked up more than me, because that might actually be a thing for once in my life. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me if you want to see more books and other bookish content from me, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.